Oh, I should have done this after I watched it straight away. Hello, welcome to week 15 on the Real DVD Watchers. This is Monday, and today I will be reviewing the 2007 film The Mist. Um, this is the Frank Darabont film based on a Stephen King novel. It basically centers around a father and son who live in a small town, and there's a storm, and their house gets crushed and stuff and damaged, and so they have to go to the shop, and they get held up in the shop when this mist surrounds them, and someone comes out screaming, "Help! The mist! There's something in the mist!" Essentially, they have to hold up in a shopping mall, not shopping mall, in a supermarket with lots of other people, and there's a crazy Christian lady, and well, chaos ensues. Essentially, this film boils down to one thing for me. It is a character drama at very heart. It may be covered in the exterior of a horror film or a suspense film, but it is a character drama. It centers on characters, how we can react in situations when we are forced into situations. It's about survival. It's kind of like, as Frank Darabont said in the special features, it is like a prison drama. It's these people locked and confined in this space, and they're just trying to essentially cope with being there, with being in this awful place. And I love this film because it it manages to break free of this mold of atrocious horror films that have the teenagers who get drunk and have sex and go into the woods or someplace, and a dude with a machete or some sort of weapon comes and kills them. And I know that's not every horror film that's come out recently, but it breaks that mold, and it dares to do something different. It dares to be a horror film without being horror-ish, if you see what I mean. It does have gore in it. It does have blood and guts. My mum said to me, "Oh, it's based on a Stephen King novel, is it scary?" And I was like, well, not really. It's much more of a drama than anything. I mean, admittedly, there isn't a lot of story to it, but at the end of the day, there doesn't need to be, because in a film like this, you don't need to rely on necessarily a story to hold the film up. And I know that sounds kind of silly, but once you set the basic rules up of the film, it's so fucking good. What's amazing about the film is that it takes these normal people and it changes them over such a small period of time, and really evolves the characters and makes you care for them or hate them or pity them. And it does the classic thing of taking the everyday guy and making him the hero. It wasn't a perfect film. I did love it, but it wasn't a perfect film. I did not when the hick guy, I can't remember his name in the film, kind of went all Christian. I didn't buy into that. I know it was a low budget film, but some of the special effects are a bit dodgy. Some of the CGI. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, to be honest. I was expecting really shitty effects, like really, really bad. And they were mediocre, but they weren't terrible. If you haven't seen this film, you have either heard about or know of the ending. Of course, as we all know, the ending, they get out into the car. You better have gone. Alright, I think he's safe. They get out into the car and they drive into the mist, and they have a gun, and there's 5 of them, including the guy and his son, and they have 4 bullets. And they're in the mist, and they've driven out around for a while, and they're thinking, oh shit, the mist is everywhere. I don't want to get eaten by monsters. What do we do? So, the main character shoots the 4 other people in the car and gets out, and he's like, come on, eat me. But through the mist comes a tank, and the mist kind of disappears slowly, and you see all these tanks, and they're burning the things, and he's just left there screaming. That was a little jogging memory if you couldn't quite remember what the ending is. And I thought that was amazing. I thought that ending was just so brave, and it worked so well for the film, because I reckon if you had it and they'd gone out, and he would have killed them and gone out into the mist and just disappeared into the mist and the film ended, it would have been good, but it wouldn't have been such a heartbreaking and downbeat ending. And if you had had him not kill them and then the tank appeared, it would have just been a letdown like the ending of War of the Worlds. It just works so well, and I don't know why. It's because it dares to do something different. You don't think, oh well, okay, well these people are going to be saved, that's fine. I didn't think there was going to be any tanks. I didn't think that there was going to be anybody there to save them. I just thought, oh, they're fucked. They are royally fucked. He's doing the good thing, and now he's going to go out and get eaten by a monster, and that's going to be the end. No, it was a royal kick in the face. Or I thought it would end when they're all being surrounded by the crazy Christian people, and when they're trying to get to the car, and then they've all got knives, and they try and make a fight for it and get a run out, but they'd all get killed and stabbed. And that would be the ending, and everybody else would be like, how could we live with ourselves, yada yada yada. The ending was truly amazing in my opinion. It didn't bow out, it didn't cop out. It served the purpose. It felt natural to the film. It didn't feel forced. It felt like it should be there, and like it was so fitting to the subjects and themes that were going around. That's my review for The Mist. Goodbye.